Hey, welcome back to Math with Patrick. Today is July 29th, and we're solving problem number 210 from the Daily Epsilon calendar. And we have a one variable equation to solve today. We need to know what x is to satisfy this equation here. And I think I could probably solve it through guess and check first, and then to follow up, I want to solve it in a more algebraic way. Um, Seeing this problem, seeing how we have something plus something equals 8, both of these are like square roots. I'm assuming that the number underneath the square root sign, namely x plus 7 and x minus 25, both of these are very most likely going to be square numbers. So I know that I could write like x plus 7 as like a squared and maybe x minus 25 as b squared. And I'm just trying to find some value to stick here and here where we happen to get two square numbers. So first here, I'm noticing that x has to be 5 or more. And that's just because if I plug in, say, hold on. X needs to be 25 or more. Let me fix that. Because if I tried squaring just random numbers, if I tried squaring, say, 0 or 1 or -1, I'm always going to get a value here that is either 0 or positive. And so I know I can't have this value on the left side being negative. So x itself has to be greater or equal to 25. So that already kind of like puts me kind of in the right ballpark. And then I could just keep trying numbers until I get square numbers. So for example, I could try 25 right here. 25 minus 25 is 0. 0 is a square number. And when I try plugging in a 25 here and I add the 7, I do get 32. And 32 is not a square number. The nearest square numbers are 25 and 36. So my guess and check method isn't working out so well so far. I could try plugging in a 26 into both of these spots. I'm noticing that 26 minus 25 is 1. 1 is a square number, but then doing 26 plus 7 gets me to 33, not a square number. So maybe you can kind of tell that this isn't really working out so hot. But I think I could check the next square number and get a little bit lucky. So I just tried doing 0 squared over here. That didn't work. Then 1 squared didn't work. So the next square number to check would be 2 squared. So b could be 2. That would force x to be 29. And then when I try checking when this x is 29, I do actually get 36 this time. And so this does confirm my suspicion of just kind of guess and check leading me to get two square numbers. This checks out, x is 29. And then just to be sure, once we plug in the 29 here and here, we get root 36 plus root 4, which is 6 plus 2, and that does equal 8. So, guess and check does work here. If you're just trying to hunt down some square numbers to put underneath of square root signs, you will succeed, and you will get 29. Though, let's also try to solve it a more algebraic way, just so we can, have more confidence that 29 does make sense. Here, I'm thinking maybe it would make sense to subtract this root x minus 25 term over to the right-hand side. And the reason why I'm doing this is just so that I could square both sides here and try my best to get rid of these square root signs. So on the left-hand side, the square root and the square cancel out, so I'm just left with x plus 7. And then on the right-hand side, I could multiply this out. I'd get 64 minus twice this product right here. So 16 root x minus 25. And then squaring this last term essentially just releases that square root sign. So I have plus x minus 25. I could combine like terms. I have two x's. So actually, subtracting x from both sides just gets rid of those. And then I have a lot of constant terms here. So maybe I will do, let's add the 25, I suppose. And so I will get 7 plus 25, which is 32. And then I could subtract this 64 over, which actually creates a negative 32. And that's going to be equal to negative 16 root x minus 25. Let's divide both sides by negative 16. I'm wondering if the numbers here are working out so nicely because just the problem was written in a nice way. Because, I mean, here I'm getting quite a nice number. This is just 2. 2 is equal to root x minus 25. And then I could square both sides. 4 is equal to x minus 25. And then finally, I get x is 29. So that's another way to do it. You could just kind of work your way through the algebra steps after squaring both sides. And then we do come across the same solution of x equals 29 that we found by using guess and check at the beginning. So there's 2 ways to solve it. You could probably even solve it graphically, just typing it into Desmos or using your own graphing calculator. But whichever way you do it, x is 29 and we solved the problem. So thanks for coming along, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.